All right, good day everyone. So it's a wonderful sight. Welcome to Fish Color YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking about basic things you need to put into consideration before setting up a pond. So I'll be taking time to talk to give you some lectures on what you need to know about fish pond before you can get started. One, we have different type of pond. We have concrete pond or block pond, the one that you can either cast, you can either put a board and do casting to set up the pond, or you use block all these 5 inches block, or you construct block, all these blocks that don't have holes. So you have to give, I don't really encourage people to buy blocks from the market when you want to set up a fish pond. You have to give the bricklayer a description that is okay, not the one that when you finish setting up your pond, water will be leaking out or it will just collapse because it's not well solid. Okay, so that's what we call block pond. Then we have the tarpaulin pond, the one made up of tarpaulin. Now tarpaulin can be set up, can be framed with iron or can be framed with wood. Like this place you are seeing us working on is tarpaulin pond that we want to set here. So many people used to ask me question, why do you prefer using wood? The reason why I prefer using wood is that the wood give it a neat shape and brace it very well. When you use iron, sometimes the iron will be causing some tension on the body of the tarpaulin, and the iron also will not lap very well in the sense that the tarpaulin will shoot out. So even this one self, assuming we wish we would have covered everything, but this coverage you're seeing here is perfectly okay for what we want to do. This is perfectly okay for what we want to do. So we also have the earthen pond. The earthen pond is the one that is constructed by the side of a water, the area that can retain water. And funny enough, all these places you are seeing, you can construct earthen pond here. So, but I don't mean in an enclosure like this, because here we have water. This one is actually set in a place where there is water. We have big water around, so we have to push the water away. So now, what are the things that you need to take note of that will enable you to decide on the pond system to use? For example, one, if you want to go for concrete, we don't encourage people to set up concrete pond in residential areas. We don't encourage people to set up concrete pond in lands that are not your own. The reason why I'm saying this is that when your farm begins to boom, when you're not careful, environmentalists can one day come up and ask you to evacuate. Can you carry your concrete pond? There's no bulldozer that you can use to evacuate the pond and carry it and run away. But if it is tarpaulin, you can dismantle all these things. You can pay a carpenter that will dismantle them. You move your farm to another place. Are you understanding? So we don't encourage people to set up concrete tanks in areas that, some people can say, I don't have that kind of challenge. I don't have that challenge. Now it now depends on how good you make your concrete tank. So tarpaulin pond to me is less expensive compared to the concrete, but nevertheless, if you wish that you have enough space, you have a land of your own, and if you can do it, there's nothing bad you having making up your mind to set up a concrete pond. But you should try your best to fortify it very well, put beams the way it ought to be done. Are you getting me clearly? So one of the points that I want you to take note of is that concrete pond are constructed in area that you know that they are your permanent resident, and area that you know that the smell, the pollution that could come out, no matter how small it is, cannot cause effect to your neighbors, so that you can run this business peacefully. So let's talk about the tarpaulin pond. Tarpaulin pond are constructed in areas that are not your own. You want to do the business and the land is not your own, and it's very, very simple. I was someone that want to start up. Well, it's not a must. Like this wood that we use now, they are very, very expensive. If you want to start with tarpaulin pond and you don't have enough money, you can go to the bush and cut sticks, cut bamboo and use them. So some people were asking, If you use bamboo or if you use any hardwood, it will not last for long. And I keep asking some person that even slippers that we buy, some of the slippers that we buy, we normally change them. Even the clothes that you used to wear, it's not all the clothes you wear all the time. So you have to cut your coat according to your material. So if you know you cannot afford to get this, like the one I use in training corps members in camp, for those who have been watching our videos, you see that most of the wood we use are wood that we just cut by the side. We make use of what we can get. And it's not a must that you can make your pond very big like this. You can, as a beginner, you can decide to do it in units, okay, so that you don't spend much. An advantage is that if there is need for you to move, like the corpus I train, and there need for you to relocate, or you want to move your farm from one location to another, you just have to dismantle the wood and carry everything to the new site. Do you understand? So in terms of growth and productivity, someone can ask, if you use tarpaulin and concrete and fish, which one will grow faster? I don't think if anyone have any effects in terms of that, because what fish actually needs to grow very well, fish need good food and they need space and water. Okay, so even if you are constructing tarpaulin, make it very, if it is big, or even if it's not big, don't go and train what you know that is too much for a particular size of pond. So you should train what you know a pond can accommodate. Do you understand? Then some people will ask, how long does tarpaulin pond last compared to concrete? Even concrete used to leak. The good thing about tarpaulin that neck can puncture tarpaulin mistakenly. So if something like that happens, you use flash band. If it's tear, you use flash band, or you can even sew it and put because I cannot tell you that tarpaulin pond can last forever, but it's durable. Like the ones I've been using them for years and they're still there. The ones I've supplied to farms, they've been using it for years and it's still there. But that does not mean that something cannot happen and to get torn. Like if your pond is not well framed, it can collapse and tear. You get it? It can collapse and tear. So some of the things I want you to understand here, you can see how solid we get this work done. This is not the end. After we have finished the setup, we are still going to fortify it with some binding wires to make it much more solid, Actually, I'm so much happy that the owner of this work make it very easy, because he was the one that told me, not this thing that you are seeing, I wasn't the one that even recommend it. So my work is to guide the work to make sure that it is done very well. He has been watching a lot of farms online, and he told me, while we had interaction, we now compare and contrast, so we now arrive at this conclusion. So let's talk about the earthen pond. But before we talk about the earthen pond, I would like us to go to a particular location that have something favorable for the system. The location I'm talking about, there's a place where water is flowing, because for you to set up an earthen pond, there are many factors that you need to consider. Set your earthen pond in area that you know that hold water. Set it close to a place that water flows in gravity, so that you can channel your water into the pond and connect it in a way that they can be flowing from one pond to another. Because in earthen pond, it's not like the concrete, the tarpaulin, where you can always be changing your water. Are you getting me? So let's move to that place, then we'll finish our lecture in that area. You don't sit down. Sit down. Alright, so we're talking about the earthen pond. So you can see this water flowing. This water is flowing on gravity. So you can sight your earthen pond by the side and the water will be entering. You can equally channel it with pipes. It will be entering and be going. You can see how neat it is. So just imagine that you are training fish here, but this place is too small. I don't mean you should construct earthen pond like a small like this. The earthen pond can be 30 by 30, 40 by 40, 50 by 20, depending on how you want it to be. So for those who have been following us, I remember was it last year we set up a mega earthen pond somewhere. Okay, so the advantage of earthen pond, I think earthen pond is the one that really have more advantage over the other system, because the earthen pond have this characteristic of life growing in it, like platypus, zooplankton. Platypus and zooplankton are microscopic plants and animals that you cannot see, or you can see them but they are very very tender growing. So apart from the food that you give to fish, they also have access to it, and even worms growing in the even worms growing. Okay, but there are worms and there are many creatures growing by the side of the water. So those creatures that are growing, they all serve as food for the fish. You understand what I'm saying? So the fish that we train in earthen pond, when you give them equal food with the one you train in Catfish and Tarpaulin, they tend to do much better. And the color, the soil also have influence on the color. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my further counsel is that if you want to invest in anyone, you can put call across to us. An advantage of earthen pond, you will not spend much money. Like, okay, look at all these tanks that we have. Okay, you will not do much of these expenses, though this tank is mainly for the hatchery and we running water, but it's also good that you have some tank that will store water in case of emergency. Not that you are depending on pumping water direct and one day you just dry. I'm talking of the concrete and the tarpaulin, because for the earthen pond, let's just work across all this place they are working on is water. So I'm using this opportunity to also expose what we are doing here to all of you watching this beautiful work. So this farm is located in Port. You can see these wonderful creators that we all have here, located in Port, and we'll be doing a lot of big work in this place. So apart from the farming work that we are doing, we are equally going to be training people in this place, those that want to develop themselves. So all of you that are calling me that you want to come and learn fish farming, I'm actually doing a lot of diligent work. That within the south and you want to come down here, you can come. If you are within Benin, you want to go to A2, or you can still come here. So we are doing diligent work to see how people can have enough place. And one good thing that we do in fish college is that if we train you practically, and you want us to help you gain employment, you are sure, provided the fish college will train you, because by the grace of God we build farm. All we have to do is just to fix you up in one of the farms that we are developing. So we are going to make a stroll through to the training hall. Let me just show you little something in what we are doing. And I'm equally encouraging more investors to put in your money. This is God's work. Look at the rate which unemployment is increasing. People graduating from university, no place to work. Please don't be sending your money to Dubai. Don't send your money to US. Don't send your money to Switzerland. Don't go and dig ground and bury your money. Don't go and bury your money in GP tax. Call us, let us discuss with you and use that money to develop and create a place where people can come and work. And I'm using this opportunity to appreciate the MD of this farm, and also the MD of A2 Fish Farm, and all the whole farm that we've been working on. Okay, so the MD of Catfish Farm, the MD of First View Fish Farm and GM Fish Farm, the rest of them, they can't recall all the whole names. So you guys are really doing good work. You may not understand, just try and go to heaven. If you make it to heaven, you see that God will give you a special package for creating opportunity for people, because you are not allowing people to go to this place. Someone like me now, I've been very much busy for so many years. Why? Because of people bring out money for we to work. So I keep telling many of them that the work we are doing, most of the investors that used to contact us that this work you are doing, to me, you are not really doing it for money. You are doing it for humanity's sake, and God will prosper it. And that's why I try to go extra mile to ensure that every investor that contact us succeed in their business, and you succeed. So you can see that this place is swampy. I'm just trying my best to see that I don't get stuck. Rain don't start. I don't get stuck. So water is flowing everywhere. Everywhere is water. Everywhere is water. And when water comes from the ground, and so work is still very much in progress here. Please stop the video. Stop. So this is our conference hall. This we'll be using for training. You can see how wonderful it is. So it's a good place. Can you see? So you can see work is still in progress. Work is still in progress. So you can come here and sit down and learn. We teach you everything that you want to know about fish farming, and you will be happy that you came. Okay, so you prepare your mind. One thing I'm assuring you is that before the end of this year, we are going to start our training. So you come here, you get trained, and you even buy products that you use. So I'll be ending this video at this point. So I want to say thank you once again to every one of you. It's ready. I can't go inside the room. Thank you.